So we are covering a lot, guys. First of all, apologies for the audio for some of the videos. It literally was what it was. I was going to work. I had to do what I had to do. Yeah, and I got to go to work again, so I just want to get a few hours of sleep. So I will keep this relatively brief. There's a lot to cover, so stay tuned. So I'm just going to plug the other channels. Please consider supporting this channel memberships. Oh man, I'm going to have quite a few videos on the juicy secrets because I cannot cover everything. It's a lot. It's a lot. And some people may have noticed I deleted one of the Running Man thing. I want to do an updated version on that because I have more new information that unfortunately says the Running Man will probably be not as good as I expected. Okay, but let us get to the thing. And I will be very quick with the context. I know the older subscribers get frustrated, but some new people will be like, "Who? What? Where? Why?" I'm sure they know the basics. That Aaron has a big YouTube channel called Growing Up in Scientology. He covers Tom Cruise, David Miscavige, Danny Masterson, big celeb stories, and some of the inner workings of the church. And again, Aaron does put out a few decent videos here and there, but the ratio is like insanely off. Like really, I'm not exaggerating. If you watch consistently, like maybe less than 10% of the videos have any useful information. It is him just babbling, hate revenge videos on old friends, wild, unfounded speculation that often is completely radically untrue, even thinks he knowing lies about everything, and yada, yada, yada. And now we get to the current crisis where he's in jail on the basis of, well, technically two charges. One is simple assault, based off the chalk water war incidents that happened between him and these various church officials. Again, keeping it very brief. Essentially, Aaron had a bag of powder, threw it at this Scientology official. He got hit in the face. Again, whether he was really harmed, we can speculate. Basically, he went back in the building, called the police. It was a little melodramatic, frankly, getting a paramedic put out on a stretcher, and he charged Aaron with assault. Aaron was promptly arrested and spent 1 day in jail. And as a part of the bail, certain conditions were set, which of course he violated. And Aaron returned to another building and had this weird foot incident, basically trying to enter the Scientology kind of office, and but leaning literally on the door, and somebody pushed him out of the door, and a little scuffle ensued, and he insisted his leg was hurt and he was assaulted. But apparently, I guess on a legal basis, he was technically trespassing, so the security guard called the police and said, "I was assaulted," because I guess Aaron, brushed on him or put his hands on him because he says he was falling. It wasn't caught on tape, so it's hard to tell what's happening. In any case, apparently that it was an added assault charge, and that may have been the reason and cause that they revoked the bail and said, "You're going to be in jail until we have the trial." The trial will happen fairly soon. It should happen about a week. So I reported earlier that he's in jail for 7 days. Technically speaking, he could be in jail for 10 days. But, depends what your theological disposition is. I'm glad there's enough karma he's there for 7 days. But hey, it's a whole 10 days. That would be, that would be terrific. And I can't lie, guys. I'm going to do a separate video because some people are like squeamish about celebrating. Like, I don't know. What about Heather? What about the children? What about going through all these false tears? And I'm going to single out Nora. I'm not going to devote the video right now to this, but I just found Nora trying to pretend like, "I take no joy in this guy. I'm reporting facts, and these are facts. I'm Nora. Nora knows." I mean, this is all very phony. Now, I'm sure some of these people, as delusional as they are telling the truth. Like Liz Gale's like, "Oh God, he's going to jail. Oh no, oh no." Yeah, but except for a few nutcases, most rational, normal people definitely should be celebrating. This guy's a thug, a monster, a gangster, a confidence man, a con artist, like literally a terrorist and a moron. I mean, the guy is just plain stupid. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go real briefly through my auto bio with Aaron, but I was, a pretty devoted fan, so I can't lie. He does have a cult, and I would have to admit I was like full blown brainwashed, kept making excuses for the guy. The thing with Aaron, with me, is actually pretty simple, and I'm not doing this as a bragging or boasting. I could actually prove this real quick because I actually am reading a lot of Plato now, and I'm going through the Greek. But I know a lot of subject matters. I mean, a lot. I'm not trying to be like, ooh, I know it, but I know a lot. I know a lot about biology, philosophy, physics, many different subjects. So one of the things with Aaron I kept noticing is like, well, two things. He kept lying, but I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. But also, it was like he just kept getting basic things wrong about a lot of things, not just Scientology, but the history of cults, just plain old history, just small factual information. It was like, that's not what happened. That didn't go that way. Like, it just happened so many times. It's like, well, clearly he doesn't know what he's talking about. Like at rock bottom, Aaron is really dumb. I mean, his profession, it's real estate, which I guess in a way is encouraging. I mean, you can make a lot of money apparently in real estate and not know what the hell you're doing. And there you go. And I would say this is the reason that Aaron has been so lucky is he has very good personality skills. So he is able to really talk very well persuasively. I mean, when you really listen closely, like it's all gibberish. But if you're impressed by babbling, then yeah, he's gonna fool you. So I think the basic gist here as to why didn't this happen earlier, right? If he's such a criminal as I am claiming, well, why wasn't he arrested earlier? I will just use one case as a paradigm, and I don't want to go too into it too much. The older subscribers know this has been referred to death, but if you're coming into the conversation, basically Aaron had this violent incident at a bar, a local bar in Clearwater, where allegedly he was running for office. He said he was there. Oh, I was there to get signatures. Right. He went to the bar for signatures. Anyway, and he met this girlfriend. Remember, Aaron is married, and he's at the same time, from the timeline, apparently has simultaneous other girlfriends. Keep that in mind. So basically, he sees this girl that apparently he was infatuated while in Scientology. Right now, we don't know the precise dates there, but this is when he's growing up as a teenager. Apparently, he fell in love with this woman all these years ago, right? Even though he's married and was stalking her using information from the Aftermath charity. I'm like, I am not joking. He did that, and this woman noticed that. Said, "Oh yeah, you're that guy stalking me." And this is I'm going to say who it is. This is Sky. This is Sky Daly who married Hulk Hogan. It was not Hulk. This is another boyfriend. I assume the boyfriend before she met Hulk, and she told the boyfriend, "Yeah, this is the stalker I told you about." And Aaron was like, "Oh no, 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 no!" So he went his way to the bar, and for whatever reason, kept shouting about them. And the boyfriend got annoyed because he kept cursing, not in front of her face, but kept referring to her using curse words. And he basically stopped doing that. Stop calling my girlfriend that. And of course, Aaron, being Aaron, refused. And a fight ensued. And he got knocked out. And being the cowardly little girl that he was, after they left, he called the police, lied to the police, and tried to claim that she was haranguing him, and he was the victim. So first of all, he lied to the police saying, "Oh, yeah, I called her crazy. He didn't call her crazy. He used what's known as fighting word." So anyway, this is a well-known incident. I'm just getting to the point that why didn't it? Because Sky didn't press charges, and good or bad in our legal system, in most cases, unless there's an agent to press a charge, a case doesn't happen. A case is dropped. So even though the police literally red-handed caught him lying, knew he was misrepresenting the incident, talked to other witnesses and like, okay, this is what really happened, and he was guilty, she didn't press charges. So it was written up. You can find the public information if you want to hunt down the police file. It's all public information. However, she didn't press charges, so nothing happened. But in this case, the guy is pressing charges, and that triggers many different things. So the reason Ron here keeps skipping out from jail is because no one is willing to press charges. Either intimidates the female victim or, for whatever reason, political, cultural, whatever you want to say, they don't want to press the charge, right? And Sky Daly is, I'm very clear, he is an active Scientologist, which, I mean, this is like so shocking when you think through the implications. Aaron was willing to have sex and be in a relationship with an active Scientologist who might have had access to confidential files in the Aftermath Foundation. Like, that's how nuts this guy is. He literally could have compromised dozens and dozens of people who want to remain anonymous fleeing from Scientology. Just because he wants to have some weird sexual crush, even when he's having simultaneous adulterous relationships without his wife's consent. I mean, the thing is like mind blowing at how irresponsible and dangerous all this is. But we'll put all that aside. That's just one incident. We've had a number of incidents. So I don't know what people are talking about. Again, I'm not going to do this as a celebratory video. We're going to do another one. But no, this is a thug and a monster who has been a criminal and a habitual criminal since Scientology. A lot of the Scientologists, including quite a few women, have said over and over again, I was just very angry, stomping around all the time, kept getting into physical fights. Now, Aaron, trying to be fair, when he was responding to some of these charges, like, well, I didn't even start the fight. Yeah, it got physical, but, I'm protecting myself. Blah, 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 blah. No, in some cases, full on, he is trying to attack women, small women, old women, repeatedly. This is not just one incident. Now, again, these are Scientologists. They could be making it up. But we're seeing an alarming pattern here that over and over again, he keeps trying to get into these fights and confrontations with people far smaller than him, far weaker than him, who he thinks he can intimidate. And occasionally when he fights someone on his own sides, he gets beat up and gets angry that someone finally pushes back and misrepresent, because stupid me, like when he told his version of the quote bar incident, he blamed OSA, a spy agency. Perhaps I'm going to be stating the obvious here. Yes, this is Schadenfreude. I am taking pleasure from his misery. Because let's be honest, Ron does not want to be in jail. He's wanted to avoid jail. He wants to be a criminal. He just doesn't want to go to prison. So I'm going to say, I think what a lot of people want to say is good. Hopefully you stay in there and you rot. And he is facing a maximum of 2 years. I'll be brutally honest, as we leave here, I don't think that will happen, but probably likely a year. That's too short a time, but, he's going down. Whether he goes down for a couple months, a year and a half, or 2 years, the only question is how long he's going to go away. But we're going to have at least a little bit of peace while he's in jail. I mean, unfortunately, I will do an update noting, well, he may still be around a little bit longer, but yeah, we're going to have some peace. Whether Aaron likes it or not, he's going to have to go away for a while. And there we go.